So we've talked before about character traits, about how we could describe characters. Are they athletic? Are they witty? Are they kind? Now we're going to talk about how characters change and develop throughout the story. So we have finished reading In the Year of the Boar, Jackie Robinson. And our main character is Shirley. So in a story, you've got your main characters, which you're going to have one of, and then you've got lots of minor characters who influence your main character, but they're not the main one. So we know Shirley is definitely our main character. And the Shirley that we saw in China at the beginning of the book is not anything like the Shirley we saw in December at the end of the book, when she was in Brooklyn and, talking to Jackie Robinson. So characters are always going to change. They're always going to develop. Sometimes it's going to take some external conflicts to make them change and develop. Sometimes it's going to take some internal conflicts to make them change and develop. So an external conflict is when we've got our main character versus something else. There's something on the outside that they are coming into contact with that's making them change and develop. So it could be another person. Think about Shirley and Mabel. They definitely had a conflict. Shirley got 2 black eyes because of it. Or it could be society, kind of what the group of people think. So think about Shirley versus her entire 5th grade class when she got there. They didn't think that this girl who couldn't speak English and, bowed at everybody, that was a conflict. They weren't accepting of her. Or it could be the main character versus something in nature. We don't really see that in our book. But they could be external conflicts that make the character change. There can also be internal conflicts. So that's going to be the main character versus themselves. Issues they're having, things they're struggling with on their own. And a lot of times that's going to be with their emotions. So one of the internal conflicts Shirley faced was, do you remember when she took the money out of her piggy bank to go buy Sean, Seamus, and whatever the other triplet's name was? She was going to buy them candy so she could listen to the Dodgers, and then she felt super guilty because her parents thought she was saving the money for college. That was an internal conflict. She was beating herself up on the inside. Another internal conflict was she was really afraid that she was going to forget how to write in Chinese and forget how to speak Chinese, that she was going to lose her Chinese heritage. That was an internal conflict she had with herself. Nobody else was coming up and having that conflict with her. She was having it with herself. So a combination of internal and external conflicts, they lead to character change and development. After things happen, after there are conflicts, our characters are going to change, they're going to develop, they're going to grow. That's why they're not the same at the beginning of a book as they are at the end. So think about after her run-in with Mabel, where she didn't back down and she got 2 black eyes. Well, that was a definite external conflict, but how did Shirley change and develop after that? That kind of led to her being accepted, didn't it? Mabel was like, oh, maybe she's okay. She's not backing down, and then she's also not going to go tell on me. So maybe she's somebody I can trust. So that definitely led to the development of Shirley. It also, when you think about the money, that internal conflict she had, that helped her change and develop to where now she understood why she needed to save the money, and that became something that was important to her as well. So characters will change, they will develop, they'll grow throughout the book, throughout any book you read or any story you read, and a lot of time it's because of conflicts that they change.